Welcome to PurplEdge Trading Systems. In this video, we'll be walking you through the Trendometers, our proprietary web dashboard designed to give you an instant, data-driven read on market direction. Unlike traditional indicators that you add to your chart, the Trendometers live on a dedicated web interface. This allows us to process massive amounts of institutional and cross-asset data in the background, delivering only the most critical information directly to your screen. In trading, the real challenge isn't just knowing when to enter, it's knowing which direction to trade. Most traders lose money not because their entry setup is bad, but because they are trading against the market's true momentum. They see a small bounce and try to buy, only to realize they are fighting a massive, high time frame trend. The PurplEdge Trendometers were built to eliminate that guesswork. When you open the dashboard, scrolling down reveals panels for the major assets you trade, from Bitcoin and gold to NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Each panel features 4 distinct gauges that define the market bias. Let's break down the gauges. ST stands for short-term trend. SM is short mid-term trend. ML represents medium long-term trend. And LT is long-term trend. When these gauges are green and pointing to the right, the bias is bullish. When they are red and pointing to the left, the bias is bearish. Inside each gauge, you'll see a large central number. This is your trend score. It tells you exactly how strong the current move is. Below that is the change rate. This shows the change of the trend score in the last measured time frame. A green number means the price increased recently, while a red number indicates a recent drop. You will also see the momentum indicator. Momentum is defined by 3 levels of strength, representing the active flow of buyers or sellers in the market. As we teach in our community, you always want to see the price action around the price of the last momentum for optimal accuracy. The absolute power of the Trendometers comes when these gauges align. When you see all 4 gauges turning green or red, you aren't just looking at a price move. You are riding a cross-time frame institutional wave. Look at the bottom of each panel, and you'll find a visual trend history chart. This gives you the big picture at a glance. It maps out the overarching market narrative, allowing you to instantly step back and understand the broader trend history without getting lost in short-term noise. Operating the dashboard is simple. One of the most powerful features is the floating window. With a single click, you can transform the dashboard into a compact, transparent overlay that sits on top of your trading view or any other trading software. This gives you a continuous, high-quality data layer without switching tabs. To fully customize your experience, let's look at the configured dashboard window. Starting from the top, you can adjust the dashboard layout, switching between a compact 1-column view and a wider 2-column display. Next, under Time and Format, ensure your time zone is set correctly and choose the chart time range for your mini charts. Under Gauge Aesthetics and Data Elements, you have full control over the visual presentation. Toggle the dial pointers, the score numbers, the momentum price, and the charts on or off. Moving down to Asset Sequence, easily drag and drop to reorder your active display modules, and check or uncheck the boxes to focus only on the specific assets you want to track. Finally, the sound alerts. Enable custom audio notifications for your buy and sell signals. The system features an advanced alert condition that only triggers when more than 3 of your selected gauges cross the critical 25 threshold simultaneously, ensuring you only get notified for high probability momentum shifts. Hit save and apply, and you are ready to go. But having the right data is only half the battle. To become a truly professional trader, you must track your performance. That's why we've built an integrated trading journal right into the system. Using it is straightforward. Open the journal and click New Trade. Select the asset you traded and mark the direction, whether you went long on a buy or short on a sell. Log your exact entry price. Next, select your entry reason from the drop-down. This is crucial for analyzing which setups are working best for you over time. Finally, use the Notes section to document your thoughts, or even paste screenshots of your chart exactly as it looked when you entered the trade. Hit Save Entry, and your trade is safely logged in your history for future review. Now, for some professional tips to help you master the Trendometers. First, wait for the golden alignment. While a single gauge is only a part of the whole picture, the highest probability trades occur when the gauges are all in synchronization. This is when the internal engine of the market is firing on all cylinders in one direction. Second, monitor the change versus trend score relationship. If you see the trend score is still positive, but the change number starts turning negative or dropping sharply, it's a warning. It means the move is becoming overextended and a reversal or mean reversion may be incoming. This is your cue to tighten your stops or take partial profits. Third, use Trendometers as your macro filter for your trading. Before you look for a signal on our trade planner or liquidity zones indicators, check the Trendometers dashboard first. If the web dashboard says the bias is bullish, look for long setups and vice versa. Fourth, leverage correlated assets. To get an even stronger signal, compare the gauges of related assets. For example, if you see bullish alignment on both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, or on both gold and silver, your signal strength increases dramatically. Trading in the direction of these macro correlations leads to much stronger, higher conviction decisions. Fifth, treat momentum as a critical junction. Use the exact price where momentum was triggered as a vital crossroads. From here, the market will either halt or accelerate with massive force. Aggressive buyer or seller activity was declared at this level, so monitor these decision junctions closely to see who wins the battle. Sixth, zero FOMO. Use the gauge sound alerts to save screen time. Let the system notify you of high probability shifts automatically, saving you hours of unnecessary chart watching and eliminating emotional FOMO. Trendometers transform complex institutional data into a simple, visual compass for your trading. No more guessing. No more emotional trading. Just pure, data-driven market bias. Thank you for choosing PurplEdge as your trading partner.